it's Josh and Elizabeth from online retailer Things from Another World, also known as TFAW.com, and welcome to our DC's The New 52 video reviews. This is part 1 of 3 in which we review all the comics from the week of September 7th.
We're going to start off with Detective Comics. This is just amazing. Tony S. Daniel and Ryan Winn are the perfect creative team to kick off the flagship title of DC Comics. The art is completely stellar. The writing is just spot on. It's a really great Batman story. It's perfect for new readers, and you can just tell that the Joker is just completely insane.
Now, we're going to avoid any spoilers, but all I can say for this one is get ready for the last page.
Yeah.
It was, it was already a good
amazing.
book, but that last page I was just like, like, I do want to read this title, but I'm a little bit worried for the next issue.
Yeah, so this one is absolutely box worthy. I'm going to put this in my box and enjoy it month after month.
Absolutely, this is box worthy. We are going to be rating these as box worthy, fence worthy, or not worthy. So if we don't like any of these, we will give you our honest opinion. Coming up next is Action Comics by Grant Morrison and Rags Morales. With this, I think I'm kind of showing my age because kind of a newer, tougher, like thumb in his nose at authority Superman kind of catches me off guard. Josh actually had a really interesting point saying that kind of the goody two-shoes Superman was a product of his time, and since they are updating when Superman, he didn't crash here in the 40s or the 50s, he updating his time, this is a slightly more realistic version of who Superman would be.
Yeah, she said it. No, it's just really, I think it's really smart. I think it's a comic for our time. That it doesn't spit in the face of all the creators that have come before, all the stories or anything like that. I think it's really well done. It's just it's an instant classic, I think, for me. Kind of like Batman or Detective Comics was. It'll stand the test of time, I think.
Rags Morales' art is really dynamic, and I like that a lot. The only thing is that they're putting in the General Lane's or Lois Lane's father in there, and that's always seemed kind of unnecessary to me. And Lex. Lex is a little different in this one. He's not quite the dynamic world builder, but it could be that he's just kind of sitting back and he's just waiting to see how things pan out. So this so far, absolutely box worthy.
Absolutely. I'm going to go with Green Arrow, number 1. There we go. I felt that this was a pretty good comic book. Elizabeth probably doesn't agree with me too much, but I think not having read too much Green Arrow, you're not going to feel lost. I think it's a good kind of introduction to the character. Every time that Green Arrow's on the panel, Dan Jurgens just completely shines with the art. He just nails every single panel that Green Arrow's on panel. Let's see.
Well, what my beef with it is, first of all, I kind of always like the Errol Flynn interpretation, but I feel like they updated this to like 2 years ago. It already feels kind of dated. There's a thing about like reality TV and how reality TV stars are, empty fame seekers, and I feel like that's pretty much preaching to the choir and kind of well known. And also his look reminds me too much of Hawkeye from the Avengers movie.
I completely like his look, by the way. I never dug the beard and mustache, goatee, anything like that. No, I think this is a contemporary kind of style. And it kind of feels like the Green Arrow character is like a young Steve Jobs who took up heroic adventures. It's pretty fun nonetheless. So I think this one's also box worthy.
This one so far is not worthy. Next up, I've got Justice League International #1 by Dan Jurgens and Aaron Lopresti. I wasn't sure what to expect from this, especially with Booster Gold. I really enjoyed it. He can attest. I was laughing at my desk as I was reading this. First of all, I can't say enough about Aaron Lopresti's art. To me, this is classic, like old school. I mean, not dated anyway. Classic DC Comics art. Everybody looks great and you know, muscly and shiny and glossy, and everyone looks really good in this. Plus, I really love, there's a lot of humor in this book. Clearly with Booster Gold, they're kind of riffing on him being a leader. A lot of people have disbelief about this from fans. People do in the comics too.
Right, yeah. The character interactions are what made the book for me. I really liked how there was a yin to a yang, and it was like perfectly balanced, is what I would say. I think throughout the book, and there isn't like a lull in the book or anything like that. It's a good introduction as to why this team is forming, and it's kind of a good contemporary response to superheroes just appearing pretty much out of the blue from the government. So
I feel like this book actually did a lot better than Justice League, and just introducing all the characters really quick and getting them into action, like setting up all the different relationships between all the characters. They're all characters very international as well. They're all from different walks of life. They're clashing right away. Like, it to me, it was really interesting, really entertaining, and Batman makes a guest appearance, and that was great. So thus far, this is Boxworthy.
Yep, agreed. Boxworthy.
And also tonight, if you happen to be watching this in the Portland area, we will be hosting artist Aaron Lopresti at our Beaverton location from 7 to 10 tonight, so you can actually meet him.
All right.
That's the end of video one, part 1 of 3. So hang around to the end of this video and you will see a coupon code that you can use at Things from Another World, also known as tfa.com. See ya!